Hey there, Michael Krisa here, a.k.a. That Interview Guy, and I'm still at the NAR show wandering around, and I bumped into Jay Papasan, and he's the co-author of this fantastic book called Shift. And if you haven't heard about this, this is the latest buzz right now in real estate, and it couldn't have come at a more crucial time. When agents are struggling right now to succeed, these guys, it's almost like you read the market, knew what was coming. This could be your survival guide. So let me turn it over.
Well, you know, Michael, what was great is about 2005, we started to hear from some of our agents. We regularly, 4 times a year, we mastermind with some of the top agents in our company. And we started hearing that the market was shifting. This is in October of 2005. And we started following that movement. And by the end of 2006, it was absolutely official. The market had shifted almost all the way across the country. And Gary set Dave and I down, and we said, the market shifted. I've been here before. You know, Gary started his career when interest rates were 18% in Texas. You know, he's 22 years old, new to the business, and he didn't know better, so he just sold. And then he started Keller Williams in the heart of the RTC in 1986. So he knows shifts. And he goes, we've got to respond to the market, and shift was the idea. And kind of the fun backstory is Gary still answers any email he gets from our agents, and agent wrote him and said, I'm really struggling. What do I do? And this email, we call it the G12, and he wrote down, here's what you do in this order, and it was 12 tactics. And that email is the outline for the book. It's how top agents tackle tough times, and it's really centered around the 12 tactics.
Give us a couple of tactics out of the book if you can.
Well, the very first thing is to admit what's happening is happening. And I think a lot of people were slow to react because they didn't want to admit that the market, after being so good for so long, had absolutely shifted in the other direction. And so admitting what's going on, and then really number one priority is always lead generate. And, you know, all kinds of study. There's a great book out called Talent is Overrated, and the central thesis is the people who are the very best at everything they do spend 3 hours a day working on it for a period of time. And we've been saying 3 hours a day lead generation for the last 5 years. So that's right there at the core of the book. My favorite chapter, I think it's Tactic 10, it's buyer urgency. You know, I'm an investor, and so I see this market, and I see opportunity. It's a buyer's market. And so how can we get them to step past their fear and realize that this is one of the best buying opportunities of their lifetime? And so we go through some very tactical moves like scripts and dialogues on how you create urgency in buyers when they're responding to a market that's really more for the sellers than it is for them.
Excellent. Well, you heard it, kids. When they wrote the last book, The Millionaire Real Estate, that was a smash hit right off the shelves. This one's following right in its footsteps. So once again, Shift, and thank you kindly.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me on your show.
For more video and audio interviews, be sure to check out thatinterviewguy.com. That's thatinterviewguy.com.